Imagine two classes taking a test. In Class A, every single student gets exactly 50%. The average is 50. In Class B, half the students get a perfect 100 and the other half get a 0. The average? Also 50. The center point is identical, but the reality is completely different. One class is perfectly consistent, the other is wildly volatile. How do we capture that difference with a single number? We need to measure the spread. We need a number that tells us how far, on average, each student's score drifts from that center. This number is the standard deviation, often shown by the Greek letter sigma. A low sigma means data is clustered tightly together. It's consistent. A high sigma means the data is spread out. It's volatile. So how is it calculated? You might think to just average the distances from the mean. The problem is the scores below the average create negative distances, which cancel out the positive ones, always giving you 0. To fix this, we square every distance first. This makes all distances positive. The average of those squared distances is called the variance. But now our units are strange, like percent squared. So for the final step, we just take the square root. That gives us the standard deviation, back in our original units. This concept is crucial. In finance, sigma is the #1 measure of risk. In manufacturing, it's the measure of quality control, and it behaves logically. If you add 5 points to everyone's score, the average goes up by 5, but the spread, the distance between students, doesn't change. However, if you double everyone's score, the average doubles and the gaps between scores also double, stretching the spread. So remember, while the average tells you the center, the standard deviation tells you the story of consistency and reliability. It's the tool that distinguishes a predictable outcome from a total gamble.